Top 20 Clinical Data Manager Interview Questions and Answers. Discover the most commonly asked Clinical Data Manager interview questions with expert answers to help you prepare confidently and succeed in your next clinical data management job interview. 1. What are the key responsibilities of a clinical data manager? A clinical data manager is responsible for designing, implementing, and overseeing data management processes in clinical trials. This includes CRF design, database setup, data validation, query resolution, and database locking. They ensure data accuracy, integrity, and regulatory compliance, and collaborate with cross-functional teams like biostatisticians and CRAs. They also manage timelines, documentation, and data reconciliation. Their goal is to deliver high-quality, reliable data to support regulatory submissions and study conclusions. 2. Explain the clinical data management CDM lifecycle. The CDM lifecycle includes planning, CRF design, database development, data entry, validation, cleaning, coding, reconciliation, and database lock. It starts with protocol review and the data management plan DMP. Data is captured through EDC systems, cleaned via edit checks and queries, and coded using MedDRA/HOOD. Reconciliation ensures consistency between external data and CRF data. After final review, the database is locked and transferred for statistical analysis. Each step ensures data integrity and regulatory compliance. 3. What is the difference between SDTM and ADAM? SDTM, Study Data Tabulation Model, structures clinical trial data for FDA submissions, focusing on standardized raw data organization. ADAM, Analysis Data Model, structures datasets used specifically for statistical analysis, with derived variables and traceability from raw data. SDTM supports data review and traceability, while ADAM supports analysis and reporting. Both models are required by DISC and enable clear, consistent regulatory submission formats, facilitating data interpretation and ensuring compliance with industry standards. 4. How do you ensure data quality in clinical trials? Ensuring data quality involves designing robust CRFs, implementing precise edit checks, conducting regular data reviews, and resolving discrepancies promptly. Training site staff on accurate data entry and maintaining clear documentation are essential. I also use validation listings, automated tools, and data review meetings with stakeholders. Regular audits and compliance with SOPs, ICH GCP, and regulatory standards help maintain high-quality, consistent, and reliable clinical data throughout the trial lifecycle. 5. What is CRF case report form design and what are its best practices? CRF design involves creating data collection forms aligned with the study protocol to capture relevant and necessary data. Best practices include simplicity, clarity, and logical flow. Fields should avoid ambiguity, minimize free text, and use coded options where possible. It's essential to involve stakeholders early and incorporate feedback from clinical, statistical, and regulatory teams. Proper design ensures consistent data collection, reduces errors, and facilitates downstream analysis and regulatory submissions. 6. Describe your experience with EDC, electronic data capture, systems, e.g. Metadata Rave, Oracle Clinical, Viva. I have extensive experience using EDC systems like Metadata Rave, Oracle Clinical, and Viva Vault. I've configured CRFs, built edit checks, managed mid-study updates, and performed data cleaning and query resolution. These platforms streamline data capture, enhance data quality, and facilitate faster database lock. I'm skilled at user acceptance testing, resolving technical issues, and training site users. My expertise ensures accurate, compliant, and efficient data collection throughout the trial. 7. How do you handle missing or discrepant data in a clinical trial? Missing or discrepant data is managed by identifying inconsistencies through edit checks and listings. I generate queries to the site, ensuring polite, clear communication to resolve discrepancies. I review site responses, escalate unresolved issues, and document outcomes per SOPs. I also analyze trends to identify training needs or systemic issues. Ensuring proper documentation and continuous communication with CRAs helps maintain data quality and regulatory compliance. 8. What is MEDRA and HOOD? How are they used in clinical data management? MedDRA, Medical Dictionary for Regulatory Activities, is used to code adverse events and medical history, while HOOD, World Health Organization Drug Dictionary, is used for coding concomitant medications. These standard dictionaries ensure consistency, facilitate data analysis, and meet regulatory requirements. Coders match verbatim terms to standardized terminology, allowing meaningful aggregation and review of safety data. Their usage supports regulatory submissions and improves the reliability of clinical trial data. 9. Explain the importance of data validation checks, edit checks. Edit checks are automated rules applied to data to detect inconsistencies, missing fields, or protocol deviations. They ensure accuracy, completeness, and logical consistency in the dataset. Early detection of errors minimizes rework, improves data quality, and supports timely trial decisions. Well-designed edit checks reduce manual effort, ensure regulatory compliance, and facilitate database lock. They are a critical part of quality control in clinical data management. 10. What are SAE, serious adverse event, reconciliation processes? SAE reconciliation ensures consistency between reported serious adverse events in safety databases and clinical trial data, CRF entries. The process involves regularly comparing datasets, identifying mismatches, and resolving discrepancies through communication with sites and pharmacovigilance teams. Accurate SAE data is critical for patient safety and regulatory reporting. Timely reconciliation ensures data integrity and supports safety reviews, data monitoring committees, DMCs, and successful regulatory submissions. 11. How do you ensure compliance with ICH GCP, FDA 21 CFR Part 11, and HIPAA regulations? I ensure compliance by adhering to SOPs aligned with ICH GCP, FDA 21 CFR Part 11, and HIPAA. I validate systems to ensure audit trails, electronic signatures, and secure access. I protect patient confidentiality, restrict data access, and follow data anonymization standards. Regular training, internal audits, and documentation practices support ongoing compliance. I also ensure that all data handling and processes meet regulatory expectations for quality, integrity, and security. 12. What is the role of a data management plan, DMP? A data management plan, DMP, outlines all data-related activities in a clinical trial. It includes procedures for data collection, entry, validation, coding, reconciliation, and database lock. The DMP ensures alignment among stakeholders and provides clear documentation of responsibilities, timelines, and standards. It serves as a reference throughout the trial to maintain consistency, manage risks, and ensure compliance with regulatory guidelines and sponsor expectations. 13. How do you handle protocol deviations in clinical data? Protocol deviations are identified during data review, site monitoring, or through edit checks. I document the deviation, assess its impact on data integrity and patient safety, and notify relevant stakeholders. I flag the issue in the database, work with CRAs to confirm site details, and ensure accurate reporting. Significant deviations are reported to regulatory authorities. Consistent documentation and prompt resolution help maintain compliance and data quality. 14. What are the key components of a clinical study database lock? Key components include completion of data entry, resolution of all queries, coding of adverse events and medications, external data reconciliation, and quality control checks. All stakeholders must sign off on data readiness. A final review is conducted and a lock authorization form is completed. After locking, the database becomes read-only for statistical analysis. These steps ensure the final dataset is clean, accurate, and regulatory compliant. 15. How do you ensure Alcoa Plus principles, attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, accurate, in clinical data? I ensure Alcoa Plus compliance by using validated EDC systems with audit trails to capture who entered or modified data and when. I train sites on proper documentation and stress the importance of real-time data entry. I monitor for data inconsistencies and verify source documentation when needed. All data is maintained in its original format with clear traceability, ensuring regulatory readiness and high-quality, trustworthy clinical data. 16. Describe your experience with data cleaning and query management. I have managed data cleaning across various phases by running edit checks, reviewing listings, and issuing queries through EDC systems. I ensure timely query generation, clear communication with sites, and accurate query resolution. I track open queries and escalate persistent issues. My approach emphasizes proactive data review and continuous cleaning throughout the study. This ensures data readiness for interim reviews, database lock, and regulatory submission with minimal delays. 17. How do you prioritize tasks when managing multiple clinical trials? I prioritize based on study timelines, database lock dates, and critical milestones. I use project management tools to organize daily activities, identify high-priority tasks, and allocate time efficiently. I communicate with cross-functional teams to assess dependencies and mitigate risks. Regular status updates help me stay aligned with deadlines. By maintaining a structured approach and remaining flexible, I ensure all trials progress smoothly without compromising data quality. 18. What steps do you take to perform user acceptance testing (UAT) for an EDC system? I begin UAT by reviewing system requirements and developing test scripts that mimic real user scenarios. I execute tests, document results, and report bugs or inconsistencies to the development team. I verify functionality, data entry logic, edit checks, and role-based permissions. After retesting fixes, I ensure the system meets protocol specifications and regulatory requirements. A thorough UAT confirms system readiness for go-live and supports accurate data collection. 19. How do you collaborate with biostatisticians, clinical research associates, CROs, and medical coders? I maintain open communication and regular meetings with biostatisticians for dataset specifications and analysis readiness. I coordinate with CRAs to resolve site-level data issues and ensure accurate reporting. With medical coders, I support proper coding of AEs and medications and resolve discrepancies. My collaborative approach ensures aligned timelines, consistent data interpretation, and smooth data flow between functions, ultimately enhancing trial efficiency and data integrity. 20. What is external data reconciliation, e.g. lab data, ECG, PK/PD data? External data reconciliation involves comparing third-party data, e.g. labs, ECGs, PK/PD, with CRF entries to ensure consistency. I match subject IDs, visit dates, and results, identify mismatches, and resolve discrepancies with vendors or sites. This process confirms that external data aligns with trial data and supports accurate safety and efficacy evaluations. Timely reconciliation prevents delays in database lock and ensures complete, reliable clinical datasets. 21. A site repeatedly submits incorrect data. How would you address this? I would first identify the root cause, whether due to training gaps, technical issues, or misunderstandings. I'd communicate with the CRA and site staff to provide targeted guidance or retraining. If needed, I'd escalate the issue to ensure corrective actions are implemented. Continuous monitoring would follow to assess improvements. Clear documentation and collaboration ensure the data becomes reliable while maintaining a supportive relationship with the site. 22. How would you handle a situation where a database lock deadline is approaching, but data issues remain unresolved? I would immediately prioritize and categorize unresolved issues based on impact and importance. I collaborate with CRAs and site teams to resolve critical queries quickly and escalate if needed. If high-impact data cannot be resolved in time, I'd inform stakeholders and document the rationale for locking with outstanding issues. Transparency, efficient decision-making, and clear documentation help manage risk while maintaining data integrity and compliance. 23. A sponsor requests a major change in the CRF design mid-study. How would you manage this? I'd first assess the impact on data already collected, timelines, and resources. I would conduct a feasibility review with the EDC vendor and inform all stakeholders of potential risks and costs. If approved, I'd coordinate a mid-study update, including version control, validation, and UAT. I'd also update the data management plan and train sites on changes. Careful planning minimizes disruption and ensures ongoing data quality. 24. How do you ensure consistency in coding adverse events, AES, and medical history across sites? I ensure consistency by using standardized dictionaries like MedDRA and providing clear coding guidelines to coders. I review coding outputs regularly and resolve discrepancies collaboratively with the coding team. I also monitor for trends in verbatim terms and advise on standardization. Continuous training and quality control checks help ensure that similar terms are coded uniformly, which supports reliable safety analyses and regulatory compliance. 25. What would you do if you discovered a major discrepancy in trial data after database lock? I'd immediately assess the nature and impact of the discrepancy. If it affects patient safety or primary endpoints, I'd inform stakeholders and regulatory bodies as required. Depending on the severity, a database unlock might be necessary, followed by a formal correction and relock process. All actions will be thoroughly documented. The priority is maintaining data integrity, transparency, and regulatory compliance while minimizing delays to the study. 26. How do you handle tight deadlines and pressure in clinical data management? I handle pressure by staying organized, prioritizing tasks, and breaking large goals into manageable actions. I use tracking tools and calendars to monitor progress and identify potential bottlenecks early. I maintain clear communication with stakeholders to align expectations and adjust workloads if needed. My calm, solution-oriented mindset helps me stay focused, meet deadlines, and deliver high-quality results, even under time constraints. 27. Describe a time when you improved a data management process. In a previous study, frequent manual query tracking caused delays. I implemented an automated query tracking dashboard using Excel macros, allowing real-time visibility of open queries by site and form. This reduced turnaround time, improved team coordination, and helped meet the interim lock deadline. The tool was later adopted across multiple studies, showcasing the value of automation and proactive monitoring in clinical data management. 28. How do you ensure effective communication with cross-functional teams? I ensure effective communication by holding regular team meetings, using shared platforms for updates, and maintaining clear, concise documentation. I tailor my communication style based on the audience, technical for coders or biostatisticians, and procedural for CRAs or sponsors. I also encourage open dialogue, address issues early, and provide timely updates. Strong collaboration and transparency are vital to aligning goals and ensuring smooth trial execution. 29. What are the biggest challenges in clinical data management, and how do you overcome them? Common challenges include managing complex data sources, tight timelines, evolving regulations, and ensuring data quality across global sites. I overcome these by using robust planning, automation tools, and ongoing training. I proactively monitor data trends, maintain compliance, and collaborate closely with stakeholders. Adaptability and continuous process improvement help me address these challenges while maintaining high standards and delivering reliable clinical data. 30. Why did you choose a career in clinical data management? I chose clinical data management because it combines my passion for data accuracy and healthcare innovation. I enjoy playing a crucial role in bringing safe, effective treatments to patients through well-managed data. The dynamic nature of clinical research, the opportunity to solve real-world challenges, and the satisfaction of contributing to public health outcomes drive my commitment to this field. Thank you for watching our video on the top 20 clinical data manager interview questions and answers. We hope this guide helps you prepare effectively. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more professional interview tips and industry-specific insights to boost your career in clinical research and data management.